Yeah, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Survival Odyssey tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you guys the location of every single godhead in Survival Odyssey in a very easy tutorial. I'm going to try to make this as easy to follow as I possibly can. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of every single one. So, yeah, let's just begin. The first one is going to be actually in the ice biome. It's kind of lucky I spawned here. There's actually one in the ice biome, so you see, when you get to the ice biome, you're going to see the Shelby and Sheldon, and then you're going to see this giant sky island with a rope attached to it. You're going to want to climb this mountain over here and climb that sky rope. Alright, so once you get over here to the sky rope, you don't actually have to place a lookout. If you jump correctly, you can actually make this jump. It's fairly easy. Now, before we actually get to the top, I'm going to say you have to be very careful, because on top of this floating island, there's an enemy called the pink guardian, I believe, the pink diamond guardian, and it is a very strong giant type enemy, and he will absolutely destroy you if you don't have the appropriate gear. So do make sure that you have god armor, possibly an overheal artifact, and a void sword, as well as maybe some blood fruit. He does do quite a lot of damage, so you're going to want to make sure that you beat the crap out of him. He is pretty strong, so do be careful. However, if you're low level, you can simply kill him with a bow, or if you're high level, just by using some tanky armor like magnetite, emerald, pink diamond, god, void, and a good weapon. You should be able to kill him very easily. But let me just quickly make myself a god pick. There we go. So the first god that I'm going to show you in this tutorial is right here on the corner behind where this pink diamond guardian spawned. And there's going to be this little ice node, and you see it's called the frozen god. You can kind of see it. He's stuck in the ice. So you have to break the ice, and then you can do damage to him. He has 5,000 HP, of course. Let me just whip up my auto clicker, and let's break him for you. So once you break the cold god, you're going to see what he drops. He drops a ton of ice, essence, cloud berries, and yeah, that's it. Just a ton of ice and a ton of essence, as well as some cloud berries, which is a somewhat mid kind of fruit. I'm kind of stuck right now. Whoever placed this on my private server kind of just trapped me. Alright, so that is the first god location. That is the cold god. So let's move on to the next one really quick. So if you actually see in this direction over here, there's going to be these mountains, and we're going to go over there to that island really quick. So the way you know that you're at the correct island is the one kind of next to the snow biome, and it has these two mountains on it. It's also right next to this really foresty island, but it has these two mountains. One of them has a waterfall, and one of them does not have a waterfall. So this is the correct island. That's how you know that you're at the right one. When you get here, let me just get my steel back from this raft. When you get here, there's going to be a cave in the mountain without the waterfall. So the one with no waterfall, it's going to be a cave right here. And you're just going to head on in and follow this cave, follow its natural path really quick. And immediately, you're going to see these 3 golden nodes, as well as this big golden god, and he is known as the wealthy god. Now this is one of the better ones actually in the game, as he drops a ton of essence and a ton of gold. So if you're trying to farm coins, or if you're trying to farm some crystal armor, and you need gold, or even if you just need gold for god armor, this is one of the best ones to mine. Okay, so when you mine him, as you can see, he drops a ton of essence and a ton of gold, which is very nice. Very profitable god right there. Okay, so for the next god location, guys, so we're gonna leave this cave, and I'm going to show you where we're going to go next. Alright, so the next two, we're going to go over some easy ones really quick. So there's 2 actually very close by, so let's just let this raft go. We're going to be heading towards the Sky Islands, because there's 2 right up there. Those are going to be the next 2 on the list. Alright, so if you don't know where I am, I'm just in the middle of the map, right underneath the first floating island. This is a very easy place to get to, so I'm sure all of you know exactly where I am already. Simply place down a stone tower, and you're going to want to make your way up this first rope. Alright, so once you get on top of this island, this is called the Feather Island, and at the end of the Feather Island, you're going to see this kind of god, kind of just chilling in the water. This is called the Miserable God, and he is also a pretty good one to mine, so let's just quickly mine him up really quick. Alright, so he's just about done. When you mine him, he's going to drop a ton of essence, as always, and he's going to drop some blue fruit, and a nice little bit of crystal. So if you're farming crystal, this is a very good way of getting it, because not only does he drop essence, but he also drops you a little bit of crystal, which will help you with your god armor, or your crystal armor, or whatever it is you need to get. So the next one, we're going to go to the Sun Island up this way. So we're still on the Feather Island, and we're just going to cross this rope really quick up to the Sun Island. Be careful not to fall off. This rope is a little bit tricky. Alright, so once you make it to the top, we're right here at the Sun Island, and you're going to see this blue orb floating around. Now that orb is called the Crystal Guardian, and it kind of just floats around the Sun Island very slowly. You have to mine the Crystal Guardian, and he's going to drop you a few crystal chunks, as well as a spirit key. Now, the spirit key is a pretty rare and important item. As you can see, I already have 14. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to come over to this yellow kind of thingy, and you're going to drop your spirit key on top of it, and it's going to spawn in this bridge. However, be careful, this bridge will despawn after a certain amount of time. Don't worry though, it does give you more than enough time to cross, so just make sure that you don't waste any time. Otherwise, you're going to actually not make it. Now, the next god is the Lonely God, and he's right here, and he's actually kind of see-through, which is pretty cool. Now, fun fact about this god, when you mine him, he spawns in a magnetite meteorite and a crystal meteorite. So if you want some magnetites, this is actually a very reliable way of getting it, because he's going to spawn in a magnetite meteorites no matter what. Alright, so here we go. As you can see, a meteor is falling from the sky. He drops some magnetite, crystal, and a little bit of, well, actually a lot of essence. I was going to say a little bit, but that's quite a lot. So you can track down those meteorites really quick if you want to. However, I'm going to wait for them to stop making all that commotion before I continue the video. Alright, so the next god on the list is actually going to be in the volcano. So if you see, there's this big volcano island right below where I just was. We're going to want to head right over here to this volcano island. And the next one is going to be underneath the volcano, actually. So if you come to this side of the island, you're going to see that little water pool. The next god is actually right below the water, so you're going to want to jump into that little water pool. So yeah, as you can see, if you jump in, you're going to start slowly falling down, and when you make it to the bottom, you do want to be a little bit careful, as there is going to be a fire ant mound right here, and there's going to be all these fire ants that are going to be attacking you. You're going to want to break this as quickly as you can, because the fire ants are actually a little bit tricky, and they will try to kill you. Now anyways, the god down here is called the Hateful God, and if you mine him, he's going to give some XP, and I think he also drops a ton of Adderite. So if you're level 40 or level 30 trying to get some Adderite stuff, this is the best way of getting it, because there's a bunch of Adderite-rich nodes around here. As you can see, this is an Adderite-rich node. It drops Adderite, as well as this god will drop you a ton of Adderites anyways, so very good. Alright, here we go. So you broke him, he drops some Adderite and a little bit of XP. He doesn't drop that much XP, but it is a nice little addition. So if you're looking for Adderite, this is the best one. If you're looking for XP, this is probably not the best one. However, to leave this cave, you simply want to go into this portal, which is kind of hard to see. It's going to teleport you to the desert biome, which is actually perfect because this is exactly where we want to go. So the next god we're going to show you is the Old God, and he's actually hidden inside the desert cave. So if you break this large rock cluster, oh wait, wrong one. That's the wrong rock cluster. So it is actually a large rock that is blocking off the cave leading to the Old God. It's just a matter of finding where the rock is. Let me just quickly run around and find the rock. I'm not super familiar. Here it is. It's right here. So see this giant big mound of a mountain with the pink tree on top? Right below it, there's going to be this rock. You can also see the floating island where I am. And you're going to break this big rock, and it's going to unlock you this cave. Now this can be a little bit trickier to follow, so just make sure that you pay close attention to where I'm going. When you get to this crossroads, you're going to want to take a left, and then you're going to see this boards. You're going to break these boards down, and oh crap, wait, this is the wrong way. Uh-oh. I don't even know where the hell I'm going. Okay, sorry, so I was wrong. So right here, I said take a left. I was actually wrong. You're supposed to take a right. And the way you know you're going the right direction is because there's a coal node right here. You're going to jump over this ledge and keep going straight really quick. Here we go. Okay, so you're going to see this water kind of path. This is how you for sure know you're in the right direction. There's also an Adderite node in case you need any Adderite. And when you get here, you're going to see these two crossroads. You're going to want to take a left. This is where you have to take the left. And you're going to see this big rock cluster in the way. Now, if you have to break this rock cluster, it has a few hundred HP, but it's pretty easy. And bada bing, bada boom, here we are. Now you have to be careful because this ant mound is going to spawn white ants. And the white ants are not quite as powerful as the fire ants. However, if you're low level, they will do a lot of damage. But right here, this is the Old God. This is probably the best god in the game because it drops so much XP. It drops nothing but XP, but it drops a lot of XP. So this is going to be the very best god for you to mine if you're low level, or even if you're like level 70 and you just want to get to level 80 to get emerald. This is probably going to be the best one for you to mine. So let's just finish mining him really quick and see just exactly how much essence he drops. And yes, as you can see, he drops a ton. And you suck all this up, and boom. Now, if you want to get out of this cave, you're going to see that green portal. Just run through the green portal, and it's going to teleport you to the volcano again. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's two more gods to get. One of them is the Overgrown God, and the other one is the void god. So I could be completely wrong. The overgrown god, I actually am not familiar with how to get. So I think I know where it is, however, I might be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, do you guys remember that island I showed you with the a million trees? Yeah, so over here, right next to the volcano island, there's gonna be this island with a ton of trees, like literally a million trees. So you're gonna want to head over here to this one. It's pretty hard to miss just because of how overgrown it is, which kind of makes sense because of the god that's hiding underneath it. Alright, so here we are, we're at the island right now, and what we are looking for is we're looking for a cave in this island. However, it's gonna be a little bit hard to see because of exactly all of the a million trees. Let me just quickly look for it right quick. I think this is it right here. So the way you know you're at the right spot is you're gonna see this mountain with the arch. Okay, the mountain with the arch, and you're gonna see the island right next to it with the a million trees, and you're gonna see this kind of slits in the cave. So just jump down and break this rock cluster. Now again, you're gonna want to be careful on this one because there is some deadly booby traps, so do be careful. You're gonna see this torch right here, and just zoom on past, go to the left. When you see this crossroads, go to the left, and you're gonna see this spike pit, so do be careful. The way you avoid the spike pit is you have to make some docks. So make sure you have some sticks and some logs with you, and simply place a few docks. This will allow you to parkour over top of them, and simply just keep following the path. Again, I apologize, it is a little bit hard to see where I am, and be careful because there's another rock pit, so you're going to want to place some more docks to safely cross over this gap. I don't know what happens when you fall in. I don't know if you instantly die or if you take a bunch of damage. But you know what? I don't want to find out. So yeah, just keep following this path and keep your eyes open for more spikes. I think it was just the two, however, I'm not too certain. Right, so I think this is it. So you're going to see this pit right here. Just jump down the pits. Don't worry, there's no booby traps at the bottom. And you're going to see, okay, well, there's a booby trap right freaking here. So what you're looking for is looking for this wall right here. And this two little ace gates, which one of my fans placed. However, right behind this wall is the overgrown god. So just break these walls. Those shouldn't be there for you. This is the overgrown god. This is the second last god in the video. So let's just mine him and see what he drops. Alright, so we've just about broken him. This is probably one of the worst gods in the game. He drops some essence. However, he only drops some sticks and leaves and such. You can also break these jungle chests. They do drop some more sticks and logs and leaves. A little bit of gold and steel and bread. So honestly, those those little chests actually a little bit more profitable than the god himself if you're looking for more than just XP. Now, actually leaving this cave, I'm not sure how the hell you get out. However, if you are struggling to get out, you can simply relog the game, just leave and rejoin, and there should be no issue. Okay, so I just left the game and rejoined. So the last god is actually in the void. So if you don't know how to get to the void, you need to make a saddle really quick, and you have to be high enough level to make the void gate. So what you need to do is you need to place a void gate next to a banto, and simply put down a saddle on the banto so you tame him into a domestic banto, and you want to put him right in the middle of this campfire on the void gate. Simply kill the void banto, and it's going to teleport you into the void. Now do be very careful, because there is no such thing as a private server in the void. So when you join the void, you're going to be in a public with all of the people in the void. So you want to be very careful while in here, not only because these ants do a lot of damage, but also because there's a lot of people in here who want nothing more than to see you die. However, if you come to the middle of the map, you're going to see this giant floating island in the middle. However, we're not going to go there. We're going to go here. There's this random rope sticking out into this cave, and be very careful descending this, because if you fall into that muck, you will legitimately die. There's also going to be these lost souls who are going to attack you. Just kill them. So if you fall into that muck, you're going to die. But there's this island in this cave with a god right here, and you're going to want to mine him really quick. This is the malevolent god. Now he has 2 times more HP than every single god in the game, so he has 10,000 HP as opposed to 5. However, we're really just going to kill him very quickly. If you have god tools, this shouldn't take more than like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, I just killed him, and he drops a shit ton of essence, as well as a bunch of void shards, obsidian, and jelly. So this is probably the best god in the game ever, because he drops a ton of void shards and jelly, which can enable you to make even more void armor. There's also going to be these void rocks around, which are going to drop void shards as well. So this is the best god in the game, aside from the old god, which are definitely tied for the top 2 best. Anyways, guys, that is every god location in Survival Odyssey. Make sure you guys do drop a like and leave a sub as always. Hopefully this tutorial was very easy for you guys to follow. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Stay awesome, and peace out.